traditions are based on great respect for nature.
Every religion believes that the gift of life itself is sacred. We do not own it, but we have a responsibility to care for it. Christians believe that all of creation is the loving action of God, who continues to care for all aspects of existence. Buddhism teaches that the idea of separateness is an illusion. By harming the earth, we are harming ourselves. There is high reverence for sacred places, people, animals and plants in African traditional religions. Muslims say that Allah created humans to be guardians of His creation. Jews are taught that nature in all its beauty is created for us, and our connection to nature restores us to our original state of happiness and joy. The Baha'is say that the earth is but one country, and humankind its citizens. And in Hinduism, all living beings are sacred because they are part of divinity. It seems that all religions agree the earth is here for all living creatures to enjoy and be sustained by, and that humans are here as caretakers. All say the earth must be treated with respect, and we should be thankful for its fruits and its beauty. Then why is it that the wanton destruction of the planet goes on unchecked when more than half of the world's population are active members of one or other religion?
You know, I think the accusation that Christians have been largely responsible for our environmental destruction, unfortunately, is all too true. And so I think it's just been a hugely irresponsible excuse that we in our Western, maybe Christian capitalist system have said we're just going to exploit this because, I mean, they use the phrase, because I can make a killing out of it. And that's what we're doing. We're making a killing out of it.
But it's not just Christians who should be held accountable. At least 2 billion people belong to other religions, all of which profess to care about our world. It could be said that through their silence, the leaders of these faiths are equally guilty of allowing the destruction to take place. And if they are, what should they be doing to put things right?
First, religion needs to stop playing the destructive role that it has played until now, because it's no use simply piling on the good things that religion is supposed to play without coming to terms with the negative things that religion has done to the environment.
If we care for Mother Nature will care for us. If we destroy her, Mother Nature will destroy her, because she is not only the loving mother, Mahalakshmi, she is also the fierce Kali. If we destroy her, we will have to face the consequences.
The planet that we occupy as a human family has suffered in many ways because of a lack of humility.
Perhaps this is the crux of the problem. The collective ego of humanity has grown so large that we have come to believe that we are the masters of the universe, suggesting that we know better than the Supreme how we should treat the earth. Author and environmentalist John Seymour put it this way: "We see men now wherever we look, so blinded by arrogance and the worship of man as God that they are doing things no one but the insane would do. Men maddened by the belief that they are both omniscient and omnipotent, that they are indeed God." How is it possible that so many so-called righteous people are happy to sit back and watch as the very fabric of their existence crumbles before their eyes?
I think the separation of spirituality from ecology is a split that has to be seriously reconsidered. That to deal with global warming, not just as a nature issue, an ecological issue, but a sacred issue.
Living in the fast and furious pace of the 21st century, our true nature is often dulled by the massive sensory impact unavoidable in modern urbanized living. Nature is too distant for most of us, something we read about or see on TV. So how can people be expected to care when they have no connection with the natural world? How do we raise our level of consciousness so that we can once again experience that oneness with all of creation? Perhaps it all begins with spending time in nature. Author Marsha Walker writes, "In the rustle of leaves, we hear the whisper of God. In the perfume of flowers, we smell the fragrance of God. As the stream rushes over and around rocks, we hear the laughter of God. In the touch of the grasses, we feel the hand of God. When we look up to the treetops and down to the bottom of the river, we look into the face of God. And as we sit on the earth, surrounded by life, we are cradled in the arms of God. It is only by being in nature that we can rediscover the true nature of being." In the next episode of this 4-part series, we travel through southern Africa to look at some of the religious-based projects which are making a difference in the fight against global warming.